So, throwing a police chief, and of course, you're going to get unnecessary explain this. So, because I told police officer that there's a cigarette in the living room of my apartment, and when you saw a smoke sensor inadvertently when I was standing on it, when I put it out, I smelled something. When I went to the room, I had a homeless person using with my cat, 2 cats. When I opened the door, tsunami of smoke. Nearly killed me and this dog. And I thought he was in the room. Turned out he showed up later and said it was a fire caused by electronics, by him plugging a 7-year-old cell phone with a lithium battery, which you told me the house and publicized so long about being dangerous. Now, I watched your video about your entry into my apartment, where the cop tried to say it was a cigarette. Either way, a cigarette from the living room where I live could not burn down a bedroom where the door was closed. And by my 2 cats dying outside that room, so that I opened that door. And as common sense tell you, that collaborates my true story of what happened. Now, seems that somehow Khrushchev, who was a detective for 22 years, is beyond incompetent and totally corrupt to take my word that I lit a cigarette in the living room and exclude everything else I said, and then says I ran and grabbed a smoke extinguisher to try and put out the cigarette, which is not what I said. And also, the detective never interviewed me. So if you were using my words to charge me 2 hours after the fire that nearly killed me and this animal, and I rescued this animal, and you want people to believe that I rescued this animal, but deliberately I committed arson and killed my 2 loving animals I had for 5 years. Totally impossible. And then the judge gave you 3 weeks, saying you have to at least have a fire marshal report. Even with a fire marshal report, you still have 0 possibility of showing that I started that fire, because I didn't. But also, we already acknowledged in court that the fire started in the room that you, the courts, acknowledged was occupied by the homeless individual who I let use that room. So, if this is not corruption, tell me what corruption is. And it was a fire marshal report you used to charge me, was it not?